See where I tried to do the quick thumb wipe? It looked pretty good too, eh? Till you tilt it into the sun, you know. So, let's see here. We're going to adjust this band ever so slightly because it is slipping down over my wrist excessively. So it's not just that it slips over my wrist, but it does it a little bit too much now. Sorry, I'm looking at it by eye. So these two links here are joined by scratches, and it's obvious, but these two are not. And then the same thing here. So basically, oh, and there's a little bit of a wobble here, and it's really just an aesthetics thing, but it's irritating me. So this link here is the one we're gonna take out, and let's show you roughly how it sits on my wrist right now compared to how it should. I just want you to see for the moment, like, this is, I wear this when I wash my hands. I just use regular dish soap. Most, basic hand soaps or dish soaps should not damage the watch outright. Be careful with cleaners and things, but people that wear these watches do tend to wear them into saunas and hot tubs and stuff, whether they should or shouldn't. And basically for me, I'd rather wear the $500 watch into the pool instead of leaving it in the locker. For me, it actually is worth the risk. It makes more sense because I got it for a reason, But I just want you to see that dirt and minerals and stuff that builds up. Yeah, kind of nasty. That's normal. So it's all about hiding and presentation and presentment, and yeah, it's distracting me out there. So you're familiar with this piece. This piece, what I'm doing here with these clips is I'm convincing you that a Seiko 5 is a good watch to actually wear every day, okay? So let's just pause this. I just want you to see the flags on the cars is a normal thing here. It really is. Okay, so see how it seems very loose? Seems really loose. Now I got this big hands, 9.5 inches from thumb tip to pinky tip hand span, but these skinny wrists, okay? So it kind of, and yet this part here was sort of bulked up before. See how it hits that spot? I'm gonna pull back that, and then the problem is if I go to do push-ups, okay, let's just, so this was, basically a stylistic choice, a little bit loose, and this was an aftermarket band as well, okay? So it came with a nylon strap, which, is incredibly easy to just tighten down. It does raise the watch head up a bit, and it's already kind of thick. So because with a NATO strap, you have 2 layers of material underneath the watch head between the watch and your skin. So let us adjust this. And I wonder how many minutes is going to pass. I got to do something else too in the meantime. So I'm not in a rush. Let's just. You ever think you know which one honked, but you're not sure because it doesn't make sense? All right, we'll be back in a couple minutes. And I promise not to adjust the watch. Ça c'est ma utile. Ça c'est mon utile. Okay, so I'm not going to go too deep into giving you all the step-by-steps. Okay, you can figure that out. You can learn that places. No, I shouldn't have it hanging off these pins right now, but, it's my watch, and I'm a videographer too, so. Okay, let's pause this and continue. I just want you to see, if you can, you should be able to, how filthy those pins get. And by the way, if you think the pins look thin or weak, they're not really weak, but they are designed to break away basically. So the ones that are actually in the watch head and the lugs are these rather thick ones for a nylon strap. Okay, I'm showing it to you at this point. The thing is, I ran into a minor problem. I can't pull the pin all the way out. So basically you're supposed to push on the split end and let the folded end lead the way. I unfortunately cannot get it all the way out. I fear I may damage the pin or the hole that it's in if I try to, so I'm going to push it in backwards and hope for the best. In theory, it should hold the same way. The problem is if the ends catch, you could fuck the pin up, you know? So let's see what we can do. Almost an imperceptible difference, eh? Almost imperceptible. I would say about 5 minutes of that time has been trying to get that pin to go in when it doesn't want to. I love the shade of that car. I'm so glad Google fixed our cameras. Good, now all they focus on is the screen and the smoke and the dust and never on what we're looking at. Thank you for fixing that. Just want to show you because I gotta sort of, it's kind of like docking when you're pushing it the wrong way. You gotta hit it. See that split? Those pins are not one solid round pin, they're split. That's what holds them in place. They spring out against the interior of the holes, which are actually larger on the inside than they look, or larger on the inside than the outside. Okay, we're almost there. Those are the parts, of course, inside my toolbox. Oh, we are very close. See how that one pin is still flush? So that end should actually be recessed ever so slightly. But we're in, we're basically in. I don't believe it would pop out at this point. Oh, maybe it's not, it's not quite there. Well, let's get to it.